Horse racing takes center stage this weekend as the Belmont Stakes kicks off the Triple Crown. You may remember Ed Olczyk as a Stanley Cup winning hockey star. He also happens to be a horse racing expert and an analyst with NBC Sports. Edzo is with us now. Eddie, welcome.
Hey, Scott. Nice to be with you.
Yeah, it's good having you. So help me understand how this is going to go. What was normally last and the longest in the Triple Crown series is now the first and the shortest.
Yeah. Well, look, the world that we are all living in has affected us all in a lot of different ways, and horse racing is not immune to this. The sport, for the most part, has been shut down in a lot of jurisdictions, but there have been racetracks that have been running. But for the Triple Crown, I think that the powers that be, Scott, got it right by pushing back everything. Having the Belmont shorten their distance, because these 3-year-old horses are not ready to run a mile and a half right now like they usually are, in early June. But it's going to be the first jewel of the Triple Crown. We'll have a couple of months off, and then we'll be in Kentucky and Louisville for the first Saturday in May for the Derby. And then a month later, we'll be in Baltimore for the Preakness at Pimlico. So, look, I think that it was the right thing to do to shorten the race, have the Belmont go first, and nice to see everybody in horse racing working together to make sure the equine athletes are taken care of, and hopefully we can entertain a little bit on Saturday with our NBC coverage from Belmont and all across the country, because I get to work from home on Saturday. I'll be working from my basement and looking forward to being a part of the broadcast.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching. It looks like we have 10 horses right now. Is there a horse, Eddie, that would have no chance in your mind if we were the longest and the last, but now has every chance in the world to win this race because it is the shortest?
Fair question. I think that probably the best way to put it, Scott, would be Tiz the Law, who is the 8 horse, is the favorite. I don't know if he would. I don't know if he could go a mile and a half. I think his best distance is a mile and an eighth to a mile and a quarter. If the race was a mile and a half, I don't think that I would bet him or wager on him. But since it is a mile and an eighth and he is going so well right now, and a New York bred, by the way, running in the Belmont, trying to do something that no New York bred has ever done, I would say that because of the way the races have fallen and they shorten this race, that Tiz the Law certainly would be at the top of that list with that question.
Interesting question. I like 4 left, and if you saw my golf game, you would understand why I picked 4 left at the 30-1 long shot. But who do you like? Who are you picking?
Well, look, it's going to be hard to go against Tiz the Law now. In the business world, most people on Wall Street wouldn't mind turning a 3 to 5 shot into, investing $5 and getting back $8 in a minute and 48 seconds. So if you add a few zeros to that, I think everybody would be super happy considering what's gone on with the economy over the course of the last little while. But how do you turn a 3 to 5 into maybe a 7 or an 8 to 1 shot? And I think you have to use the 9 horse Dr. Post underneath, a horse that's owned by Vinny Viola, also the owner of the Florida Panthers of the National Hockey League. So as a handicapper and as a gambler, you try to look for value, and you're going to invest, and you're going to try to turn in your investment from a $10 investment and hopefully turn a profit of $70 or $80. So I'm going to be using the 8 and 9 horses in a lot of the wagers I'm having. So it's going to be hard to beat Tiz the Law. But if you are going to bet, you're going to turn that $5 win bet into 8 or 9, and certainly that's not a bad investment.